Hello and good evening everyone. Myself Saurav Yadav, third minor MBBS student from GMC Gundia. Today under Dr. PK Sen Medical Forum and SCMC GMC Gundia organizing Nirvignam 2020 short topic explanation program, I am going to explain acid-base balance. A very interesting topic is MBBS course. But before understanding this acid-base balance, we must understand the three basic components of the acid-base balance. That is the pH of our blood 7.35 to 7.45, and the acid, that is respiratory acid, carbon dioxide, which ranges from 35 to 40 mmHg, and the base, which is metabolic base, which is bicarbonate, ranging from 22 to 26 milli equivalents. pH of our blood, according to Anderson's Hasselbalch equation, depends upon the metabolic base and respiratory acid. It is directly proportional to the metabolic base, that is bicarbonate, and it is inversely proportional to the respiratory acid, that is carbon dioxide. So with this basics, we must understand these two complementary systems. One, the respiratory acid. Two, the metabolic base. These two are complementary to each other. As you can see, respiratory and metabolic processes are complementary to each other. If the primary process is respiratory, its compensation is always metabolic, and if the primary process is metabolic, its compensation is always respiratory. So before understanding this, we frame three important rules. Rule number one: compensation is always in the direction of primary process. You can observe it is increasing, it is increasing. This is falling, this is falling. Rule number two: respiratory pH and respiratory primary process is always in opposite direction. Rule number three: metabolic pH and metabolic primary process are always in same direction. Suppose there is fall in pH. It can be respiratory acidosis, it can be metabolic acidosis. So if there is respiratory acidosis, we know this acidosis is due to increase in primary respiratory process, that is increase in respiratory acid, carbon dioxide. In order to compensate this increased respiratory acid, there is increase in metabolic base. Similarly, in case of metabolic acidosis, there is fall in pH and there is fall primary metabolic process. In order to compensate this decreasing fall in base, there is increase, there is also decrease in acid, respiratory acid. So in order to compensate for the metabolic acidosis. So now similarly, in cases of respiratory alkalosis and metabolic alkalosis, there is rise in pH. Since primary process is opposite to this, so it is opposite, and this is in compensation, so it is in same direction. Similarly, in metabolic alkalosis, it is always in same direction. All the three lie in same direction. Okay, now we can continue with our main algorithm. So what does this algorithm states? The algorithm says that if there is a clinical history for this, it can be acidosis or alkalosis. Depending upon the primary process, whether it is respiratory or whether it is metabolic, we can further proceed. If there is CO2, rise in CO2 or fall in CO2 being primary process, the compensation is by bicarbonate. If the given bicarbonate and expected bicarbonate are equivalent, it is simple acid base disorder, and if it is not equivalent, it is mixed acid base disorder. Similarly, in case of metabolic processes, since the metabolic base is bicarbonate, its fluctuation indicates metabolic process and compensation is done by the respiratory acid, that is carbon dioxide. If the given carbon dioxide and expected carbon dioxide are almost equivalent, it is simple acid base disorder, and if it is not equivalent, it is mixed acid base disorder. With this concept, we may continue. What is compensation? So in order to calculate the compensation, we know in respiratory acidosis and in case of respiratory alkalosis, if the given case is acute, every 10 mm rise in carbon dioxide is compensated by every 1 milli equivalent rise in bicarbonate in cases of respiratory acidosis, and in cases of respiratory alkalosis, every 10 mm fall in carbon dioxide is compensated by 2 milliequivalent fall in bicarbonate. Similarly, in cases of chronic respiratory acidosis, every 10 mm rise in carbon dioxide is compensated by every 4 rise in bicarbonate, and every 10 mm fall in respiratory alkalosis is compensated by fall in 4 milliequivalent bicarbonate. Similarly, metabolic acidosis and metabolic alkalosis also, we need to calculate expected CO2, which is measured by Winter's formula in case of metabolic acidosis, which is 1.5 times of bicarbonate plus 8 plus minus 2, and in case of metabolic alkalosis it is bicarbonate plus 15. So with this concept of compensation, we must know what are different types of mixed acid base disorders. So it can be metabolic acidosis. This metabolic acidosis can be of two types, that is high anion gap and normal anion gap. Anion gap is the difference between the total cations and total anions in blood, mostly sodium and chloride and bicarbonate. So in cases of metabolic acidosis which are not compensated, can have high anion gap or normal anion gap. In cases of high anion gap, it can be ketoacidosis or lactic acidosis, that is diabetic ketoacidosis or starvation. Normal anion gap includes diarrhea, which results because of loss of bicarbonate, and renal tubular acidosis because of retention of H+. And metabolic alkalosis, it can be due to primary hyperaldosteronism and secondary hyperaldosteronism because of loss of H+, and in this case also loss of H+, but it is secondary, resulting from volume contraction due to vomiting. In respiratory acidosis, it can be type 2 respiratory failure due to hypercapnia, and in respiratory alkalosis, it can be due to anxiety, anxiousness, or OCP, chronically ill patients, or in cases of hypoxemia, sepsis, and cirrhosis. Once we are clear with these mixed acid base disorders, we can proceed with an example. There is a patient with diabetic ketoacidosis and the patient is anxious. The given pH is 7.34, which is already low, and the carbon dioxide level is 16, which is also low, and bicarbonate level is 10, which is also low. So according to this table, we already know that if the primary if there is fall, then it is acidosis. It can be respiratory or it can be metabolic acidosis. Second thing, the carbon dioxide is also falling when the and the bicarbonate is also falling. So in this case, this is diabetic ketoacidosis, and we know it can be a case of metabolic acidosis. In cases of this, bicarbonate is also falling, primary process and compensation are in same direction, and these are in same direction, it indicates metabolic acidosis. Now once we know that it is metabolic acidosis, we must know whether the CO2 is compensated or not. So in order to calculate the compensation, it is by 1.5 times of bicarbonate plus 8 plus minus 2, which is approximately 21 to range of 25, and we can see that CO2 is not compensated. So it results in what? It results in metabolic acidosis with additional respiratory alkalosis. Now we can understand this, and thank you for listening.